go. St. Clair vs. Ohio State finals of the UBGL tournament, and it starts off with a bang. Luchino's going to go for a pass up top. Vitali's going to try and go pass back to the middle. King's going to be able to clear that one out. Endeavor's going to look for another clear. Looks like they don't like the ping on this server, and they're going to restart it. Endeavor is just doing his Endeavor thing.
No! Okay, guys, we're leaving. Don't look at that.
We got it on stream, buddy. It's too late.
Shit!
So it looks like they're going to switch servers. If you were watching the last game, they were doing this a couple times where server wasn't optimal, so they would leave the game, switch to a new one, and find one they're both comfortable with. So we'll see. Hopefully, it's going to be an improvement. So hopefully, this one will be okay for both teams.
Okay, that's how we're going to do this. Gotcha. So to avoid the possibility of a bracket reset, since Ohio State are in the lead, they are going to essentially have a game one already.
Okay. So because they won the winner's bracket,
yeah,
they are going to take a one-game lead. So it's actually on St. Clair to win 3 games, and Ohio State only has to win 2. So that is the advantage of winning, of taking the winner's bracket all the way to the finals.
Yeah, it's a little bit more of a conservative way of doing it, but it still gives you a pretty decent benefit for staying in winners.
For sure. Makes sense. So it looks like first 30 seconds are kind of back and forth between the two teams. Just been clearing the ball to each other. Pass up. J-Bob is going to be there to take it, try and go over Luchino. To Kings. Kings going to let it pass by him. Threes, Endeavor, both challenge. Ball is on back to the St. Clair's half. And Vitali looks like he's going to go for the ball. Misses, actually. J-Bob is going to hit the pass. Luchino, Endeavor's the third back, is able to clear it up to Luchino. Threes, not going to be able to clear the ball out. Latch is going to be able to get there. Endeavor's going to pass it up, and Threes is actually going to push it all the way forward. J-Bob is going to pass it up to the middle. Latch is going to push it back. And Kings is going to put it back to the side. Threes out to Kings. Kings pass back to the middle. J-Bob is going to go for the shot. It's going to make it past Endeavor and Latch. And this is for the first goal of the game. OSU comes up by 1. So J-Bob, nice shot past Endeavor. Passes, not able to react in time. And 1-0 Ohio State University. 3 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in this game. So Luchino wins the faceoff, goes back to Kings. Kings is going to wait it out, see what Endeavor's going to do. Endeavor's going to look for the challenge and tip it. Latch is going to pass it up to Endeavor. Endeavor's going to tip. Threes intercepts that though. J-Bob is going to pass it up forward, and he's going for his own rebound. Isn't able to put it on net. But Kings is able to intercept the ball and push it back that way. Threes is going to push it towards J-Bob. Endeavor goes for the challenge. Ball goes, squeaks out to Luchino. Vitali's going to pass it up to the middle, see if there's anyone open there. Latch. He's going to go to the middle. Nice save by Kings. Unfortunately, Endeavor pushes a little bit too far up, and Kings is able to take advantage of that. Just a little missed rotation on the side of St. Clair. Endeavor pushed a little bit too far forward, and Vitali wasn't back far enough. And 2-goal lead by Ohio State University with 3 minutes remaining in this game. So definitely St. Clair needs to take this victory, because when you're already down 1 game, losing another game is catastrophic and means you'll have to win 3 in a row to be able to come back. So J-Bob is going to go up for the aerial. He's going to wait out Endeavor, actually. Well played by him. King's going to hit it towards the net. Nice save by Vitali to cover up. Endeavor's going to pass it back to Vitali. Vitali will see if he can get it all the way out here. He's got 6 boosts to work with, not very much. Isn't able to get it over the defender. Endeavor and Luchino are going to be in the corner. Luchino's going to take it. Threes going to hit it up to J-Bob. J-Bob is going to look for the hit. And Threes actually finishes his own pass. It was right past, so he actually hit it to himself off the ceiling and is a pick of his own aerial. Endeavor not ready for that. Down to the boost. And 3-0 lead with Ohio State. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this game. So definitely a lot of ground that St. Clair need to cover in the next 2.5 minutes in order to claw their way back into this game and back into the series, as they're already at a 1-0 deficit. So J-Bob's going to clear it off the corner to, actually empty net there. It's going to be missed, and a goal scored by Lachinio on a nice clear by him. Bit of a misplay by Ohio State, and Latch takes advantage of that off the post, off the other post, and right into the net. So cut the deficit in the third. 3-1 now, 2 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in this game. They're going to need a few more like that if they're going to want to come back and tie this game up at some point. Kings going to go off the ceiling. J-Bob is going to be able to recover from that. Latch not able to make that challenge work. Endeavor's going to go back to J-Bob, thinking of everything and not quite. Vitality is going to try and get it out to the side. Pass it up to the middle. Endeavor's going to look for the shot here, and a nice shot by Endeavor. A lot of power on that shot. Able to force it past Threes. I don't think Threes was ready for the speed of that shot. Wasn't able to get up there, and Kings just a little bit slow on that. And just under 2 minutes remaining, make it a 3-2 game, and a lot closer than it was. So definitely on the up and up for St. Clair. Momentum has shifted in that direction. Definitely something to think about. And J-Bob looks like he's going to try and clear it out. Threes is going to go over top of Latch. Endeavor's going to go for the challenge. Actually, Threes able to get past him. Kings is going to score that. Nice aerials by Threes, able to make it past two members of St. Clair. And Vitality did not challenge the right person, unfortunately. But good play by Threes, able to get past Latch and Endeavor and leave the goalie isolated, and makes it a 4-2 game. And momentum swing definitely going in the favor of Ohio State after that. So definitely showcasing off the individual skill that Threes has. He's been around for a while, actually. I've seen him play a few times, but he's showcasing that he is one of the better players in the North Division, and this will be a tough opponent for St. Clair to take in CFL regular season, not just in terms of small tournaments like this. So Latch is going to go after the ball, and challenged by Threes. Does win that challenge though. Pass up to Lachinio, or to Vitality, doesn't quite make it there. J-Bob going to go off the aerial, go off the back wall, and he's going to look for the finish here. Goes underneath, but nice save by Lachinio on that one as well. Kings going to go off the side wall, look for the pass out to the middle. Threes going to look for the hit, but Latch is there to bat it away and clear it all the way to the other end. J-Bob is going to be in the back to take control of it. So it's going to be Endeavor going to be challenging that one as well. It's going to look for the middle. Threes is going to be up there, make a nice save on Endeavor. Vitality is going to look to clear this ball up to the side. Endeavor's going to look for Lachinio. Lachinio's going to hit it up forward, but Kings is there to block it down. Endeavor's going to chip it up to the side, and Vitality's going to look to maybe dribble this one. Not quite. Threes takes it away from him. Endeavor's going to chip it up towards Latch. Latch able to aerial that one right into the net. And 20 seconds left. 4-3 game. If you remember, one of the first series against St. Clair, actually, the first game, they were 20 seconds remaining, and 2 goals were scored in the last 20 seconds. That actually allowed the other team, I forget what team it was, but they actually ended up winning the game. So you never know what can happen in 20 seconds. But one more goal they do need to score within these last couple seconds in order to tie the game up, cut the series, possibly tie it. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to do much. Ball is in there and blown up Threes, but they're going to have to keep the ball up for the next little while here. And nice pass to Vitality. Vitality looks towards the middle. Threes is going to just knock it right down. Latch is going to pinch it off the wall, but it is going to hit the ground. And 4-3 OSU, and take a 2-game lead. And need a reverse sweep and to be able to come back in this series. Definitely going to be tough for St. Clair. It's a reverse sweep. That's what they're looking for, and it's going to be tough for St. Clair to come back in this one. And the winner's bracket advantage of winning an extra game is definitely a big barrier for them to come back in this series, as Ohio State was already up 1 game, so they already knew they had to come back from 1, but now they're down 2-0, so it'll make it a lot tougher. So 2 games down. St. Clair looking to pick up the first victory of the series. Hopefully try and claw their way back and make their reverse sweep happen.
Okay, J-Bob will get this. Endeavor tries to get the challenge, but wait till we get the handy one. Latch trying to tip it towards the net. Is there anybody available? Does not appear to be the case. Kings with the Vitality entering, and Latch getting a nice tip, and that is going right into the net. A good start here for the St. Clair Saints.
Yeah, so definitely they needed that 100%. They got 3 more games to go. So starting off first 30 seconds with a goal is definitely something you need. And Latch has been a little bit further back, a little bit more of a defensive player this tournament, but he's showing off what he can do now and why he's a former world champion. So
he was playing defensive, but he's making the plays right now. Right to Endeavor. Nice play, St. Clair.
So just a nice little pass, and actually a nice challenge by Latch. He kind of corralled the ball into the corner instead of trying to go directly for the player, and because of that, and the 2 players on Ohio State were caught out of position, and Endeavor was able to take advantage of that.
Might I say it's game time?
It's game time.
It's game time.
Game time. They're too concentrated.
It's probably not a good idea to talk to players while we're trying to play, but yeah, game time.
Game time.
Oh, there we go. It's catching up.
Yeah. So Endeavor's going to go for the challenge. Kings is actually going to win that one. J-Bob looking for another tip. Doesn't quite make it. Flash is going to go. Kings is going to actually center it. See if he can get another hit on that. Doesn't quite make it. Vitality's just going to clear it out to the corner. Breeze going to go for the... Actually gets the pinch into the center. J-Bob going to hit off the roof. Clear by Latch. Kings going to go for the rebound. Doesn't quite get the net with that one. 2 goalies were kind of sprawling, trying to save it. Endeavor's going to clear it all the way to the back. And Breeze is going to be able to recover from that. Latch going to go for the challenge. Tipped over by J-Bob. Threes is going to pass it back. Vitality, nice block. Kings is going to go for the center. Endeavor is going to be able to clear that out. Vitality's going to tip it up, but J-Bob is going to be in the right position. Kings is going to go for the tip here, and nice tip by Kings. Tic-tac-toe play from them. If you watch Vitality, went right there, and J-Bob pass out to Kings, and Kings is going to tip it right into the net there. So lead cut in half, still 3 minutes remaining, lots of game time left. 2-1 advantage for St. Clair right now, but they do have to win 3 games in order to come back in this series, so definitely something that is in the back of their heads. So
3 minutes is a lot of time to try and hang on to this lead, especially versus a team as good as Ohio State.
It's going to be a tough one. So King is going to actually center the ball. Latch is going to clear it out to the side, but Breeze is going to go up to challenge. J-Bob is going to clear it up to the center. Endeavor is going to go for the clear. Latch is going to get the tip, and a nice tip by Luchino, showing off why he's so good and why so many people know him. Nice, beautiful 360 tip right into the corner. Montage.
Basically just gave Ohio State a bit of a taste of their own medicine. Basically the same play, just the other way around. Nicely done.
So Latch is going to go for a ball. Kings is going to hit it back to the center. Endeavor's going to center it up over top of both of them, and actually could be a goal. They both missed, but unfortunately Vitality missed the net as well. Latch is going to pass it out to the center. J-Bob and Vitality blow each other up. And Endeavor's going to go for the rebound. J-Bob able to come back and make that save. And Vitality's going to go for a challenge on J-Bob. Latch is going to go for a challenge as well. He gets it, but Threes is able to recover and push it out. Endeavor's going to push it out to the side, right to Kings. Kings looking for someone in the center, doesn't see anyone. Threes going to go back to the center. Vitality's going to clear it out. And aerial by J-Bob is going to hit it straight down. Kings going to look for off the crossbar play. Right to 3-3 is going to slip it right underneath St. Clair and make it a 3-2 game. So definitely very well controlled there by Ohio State. And 2 goalies, unfortunately, by St. Clair were not in the right positions. They were not ready for that. And Threes took advantage of that and was able to capitalize and give them a 1-goal game instead of a 2-goal game.
Even if the Saints were a little bit more spread out there, Threes had so much time to decide exactly how he wanted to angle that shot.
Yeah, so definitely gave him a little bit too much time. So J-Bob is going to go for the hit off Kings. Latch able to hit it to the side, and Vitality's going to go for an aerial here. Not really sure what he wants to do with this. Latch looks like he's going to go for the ball here. Goes for the hit on Kings. Actually blows up Kings. J-Bob almost hits it into his own net. Latch going to go for the second hit here. Vitali's going to go for the aerial, but Threes does beat in there. Goes all the way out. J-Bob is going to go for the tip. It's going to go wide of the net. Endeavor's going to try and control that in the corner. Kings going to go for the challenge. Endeavor makes it past Kings. Makes it past Threes. About one person to beat, but can't get past J-Bob. Does blow him up though. Endeavor's going to go for the tip into the center, but Threes is actually going to miss the ball. Opportunity for St. Clair here to score, but J-Bob was very well played by him. And I'm just going to look for another hit forward. Gets past two members of Ohio State and goes right to Vitali. Vitali unfortunately couldn't get it past Latch, the ever-present defender. But we got Threes going to go back for the ball. Endeavor's going to pinch it off the corner. Kings able to defend that, pushes it all the way back to St. Clair's half. Latch going to pass it up forward. Going to go for the tip to Vitali. Vitali was not ready for that one, unfortunately. Wasn't able to take advantage of that. And Threes blows up Latch. Threes going to go for the ball as well. No, Kings is actually going to hit it. And Vitali's going to push it up to the center. Threes going to look for the hit here, and a nice save by Latch, but it wasn't enough. And tie game with 30 seconds left. Yeah,
that's so unfortunate. He hits it right off his roof, but not enough.
So, fortunately for St. Clair, 3-3 game. So the Tense only got 31 seconds remaining in this one to pull out a victory. As you saw in our last series, they went to overtime in their first game, and Ohio State did win that overtime. Endeavor tries to pass to the middle. Kings able to challenge. Latch going to sit back and predict. Oh, gets blown up by Kings though. And Threes going to go for the tip, and that's going to be an easy goal for them. So, yeah. So Latch gets blown up. Threes goes for the aerial hit, and unfortunately one person is blown up. Endeavor is just hits the post and goes off. Yeah. So we got 12 seconds remaining, and a 1-goal game in the favor of Ohio State. If the Saints can't score here, their tournament is done. They will take second place. So Latch is going to go for the shot, and Endeavor's not going to be able to finish, and that looks like Vitali's to try and control it. They need one more goal here. They need to keep the ball up, put it all the way back to the other end of the and score a goal. So Latch is going to go for an aerial here, see if he can actually get that over top of Threes. Threes challenges it, is able to control it, and that's going to be it. So St. Clair takes second place, Ohio State takes first, and unfortunately for them, they weren't able to win the tournament. But they did get second, and they came all the way from losers bracket. Definitely in Ohio State, you know, they took two sweeps of series, but they were a lot closer games. And although if you do look at the tournament standings, you'll see 3-0, 3-0. It was a lot closer than any of the things we'll say. All the games were a goal or two apart. So